you ever think you'd see yourself on the cover of GQ magazine?
No, I really didn't want to be on the cover of GQ magazine.
Oh, no, huh?
That's not me at all.
It's a great shot, though. It really is.
Yeah, you look rather handsome and uncomfortable. It's kind of the eyes.
It's perfect, right? Yeah.
Well, I hate doing a photo shoot like that. I really hate it. And I've gotten away with covers where I'm in a black T-shirt doing nothing.
Right.
I've gotten away with that, and now nobody will do that now.
Right. They need you to do something
GQ
else.
said, we'll put him on the cover, but he has to put on something interesting. He has to do a cover. Like a real photo shoot. It means I don't like doing any of this stuff, so it means I don't have to do a lot of other stuff.
But it's perfect, and I mean this as a compliment. You didn't sell out to be on the cover of GQ. That's you.
That is me.
Being awkward in a really nice tailored suit.
They asked me to wear a spray tan. They had a spray can of tan.
Oh, really?
I bring my own makeup person to photo shoots for the opposite reason that most people do. So I don't have to put any makeup on.
Right.
Most people do it to make sure how great they look.
Right.
But mine is to ward away, like he's not going to do this.
He's got a guy, and then...
and who does nothing.
They don't do anything.
Yeah, she doesn't do anything. So we hang out.
Does she at least carry around some cases
She's
of
got all laid out, but she does nothing. That's totally true.
Just touches you with that triangle piece of foam with nothing on it.
That's right.
Anti-shine, maybe.
It looks like she's doing stuff.
There's nothing on it.
And so the photographer said, we have this spray tan. She said 99% of the guys wear this spray tan. And I said, I'm the 1%. I shouldn't even be on the cover. And it took a while to say no to it.
Right.
But I just keep saying no with a smile. No, I will not do it.
Wow.
What was their reasoning for wanting you to wear a spray tan when you're...
Because it evens out your face, and it would have given me some... but if you had seen me with a spray tan, you would have been like,
man.
But, so it took some doing to look... And she said to me, they're going to do it anyway, but in post, it's going to look worse. I was like, all right, let them do it.
They didn't do much.
I'd rather look touched up. I'm happy if the story is they had to do so much Photoshop to that guy. That's fine. But to be like, is he trying to look like he has like a brown tan?
Bronze.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus
and then,
Christ.
we're just catching up here at SNL for the second time. Wow.
That was fun.
And the monologue was amazing.
The monologue was fantastic.
We played the whole thing here. We loved
thank
it.
you.
We loved the monologue.
That was to
pretty
me the
brave,
whole.
too.
When they asked me to do it, I thought the monologue is the whole thing for me.
Right.
And so I worked really hard on it. That's probably the hardest I've worked on a set. Like how many times I ran it in clubs.
Yeah.
And I tried to run it in places that were bad. Because when I go sometimes to the cell.
Enough on that. Obama?
Yeah.
Or Clinton?
Oh, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't know.
You can go either way on that one?
Well,
do you care?
I kind of do, yeah.
I would think you're more of a Democrat.
I am more of a Democrat, but I hate Democrats.
Why?
I'm very sort of holding my nose to vote guy because I fart in a voting booth. No, I don't know. Obama, I like Obama. I like him. I like listening to him. But really, I mean, it's so stupid because my arguments are totally shaped by the propaganda. Because I actually will be in the shower thinking, he's very charismatic, but does he have enough experience? And then I go, what am I saying that for? Somebody told me to say that.
Because I
heard that on CNN,
somewhere.
and now I'm saying it in the shower. I'm a tool of the...
We're all
media.
But we're all like that. You read one political book and then you think you're an expert.
Yeah.
You could get right on Meet the Press and discuss the issues.
Well,
because you just repeat crap you read in a book.
Yep.
It's not your opinions.
Hillary's a smart Democrat, but she's not likable, and her personality. No, I can't take Hillary. She really makes me mad. I hate her, but I loved her husband. I really
Bill
enjoyed him.
Well, he'll be the first lady. That'll be fun. Are you scared?
White House.
Are you scared that this country might have a black president?
No, I'm not scared.
What are you laughing at? We've been discussing this for a while on this very program.
Yeah, this has been very...
I don't think it'll hurt anybody.
But you say no?
No, I'm not afraid.
That answer is false.
I'm learning something about myself.
Louie.
What is there to be? Is there something to be afraid of?
Well, ask Anthony. Ask Anthony.
Well, it's not really afraid.
Do you think he'll actually go like, all right, brothers,
No,
Go ahead and do whatever you want.
See, that's why it's making me look silly by saying this stuff, because everybody thinks I have this impression that he's going to take office. They're going to swear him in. The second he's sworn in, that hand's going to come off the Bible in a black power sign.
Yes, exactly.
And everyone's going to know. It's going to be one code word.
Yep. He's actually going to take the Bible and beat the
beat up the Chief Justice, and it's all hell will break loose, pandemonium.
Yeah.
I don't think that. Yeah. I just think there's a lot of subtleties.
I do. I'm just not afraid of it. I'm just
you're welcome.
I got good locks on my door. I'm not worried.
Welcome it.
Yeah.
I just I think that the changes will be subtle. There'll be subtle changes based on the fact that a few things. Black people in general will now have to deal with the fact that they have the opportunity in this country to become president of the United States.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing right there. It's very hard to cry that you you're being held back when the leader of the country is in fact a black guy.
Right.
So that will affect things. I don't know how, but that'll affect things. The other thing is, a black guy in the White House. A lot of black people will be like, "Hey, our guy's in there now."
Yeah.
So now we're going to get what we're due. We're going to get what we're due. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Obama to, placate, to make concessions to the black community at large. And I think a Congress, especially if a Democratic Congress is in there, will give him a lot more than they have given stupid George Bush, old white guy, everything.
I don't think so. I think what's going to happen is that everyone's going to realize that he's just a guy, that it doesn't matter. I don't know that he'll be a good president, but I think black people will be disappointed that
you think
they didn't get a check in the mail for having a black person.
Well, that's another problem.
I'm with you on that.
Because that's what I was saying. There'll be this expectation from black people, and perhaps that won't come about. And
also, I don't know.
I just believe the system is in place that one guy can't make that many drastic changes to the way we live our lives in America.
Yeah. No, and it's like
I think those days are long gone. We used to have great leaders. That one guy that really did a lot. And also changed this country. I just don't see that being possible in the year 2008.
I think also that there's something that happens to the president when he gets there. We've talked about it here.
Oh, right.
All right, hold on. I got to give you credit because we went down that road yesterday, and I forgot who told us. Where they give him the tour of the White House?
Yeah, and they
scare the crap out of him.
Put him in a room and say, here's who really killed Kennedy.
They spill the beans.
We eat poor people. They're in the food or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And that the next day he's going to be like, okay, well, let's not be too hasty, But he's not even saying he's going to he's not even like a big, like Ralph Nader is thinking of running because he thinks Obama's a wimp.
Right.
And that Obama's just a status quo jerk. So that's, he's not even like, it's not Jesse Jackson. If Jesse Jackson was running it, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Now there might be a problem, but you just see Obama
as an activist and he's nuts and he, he would scare me because like he marches against barbershop, but because against movies, he's an idiot.
But see, you're making my point. You're making my point.
That it's going to be an insipid little changes.
That it's not so much because we know that the president himself really doesn't have this almighty power to do things like that.
Right.
But it's more, and I said this yesterday, it's more the symbolism of him in office that will make the impact of amongst black people than it is the reality of him in there.
So you're afraid of black people having a little bit of pride and hope?
No, they've had. they've had.
You think that's going to make them more dangerous?
Oh, true.
Okay. Yeah. See,
you think that's going to make them a little more dangerous. Like
I love whenever I say, you have to put other words in my mouth.
Right. No, that's the fun part.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying that there will be this expectation amongst black people. And I think Obama is going that stuff will be better.
Right.
Stuff's great. If he's the president, stuff is as good as it's going to effing get.
The easiest.
There hasn't been an Asian president yet, so why aren't the Asians they're next in line to come up and say that they're the downtrodden and the spat upon?
Because they're good at math and
yeah, whatever other stereotype you could dredge up. It's just
I haven't seen a Asian drunk in a long time or a drug addict.
Oh, that's true.
That's all. But no, the easy way to make fun of you, the thing it sounds like, is that you're generally intimidated or afraid of black people. You're uncomfortable around them.
I am,
but it's balanced. Patrice, but it's I have, and I've seen how you look at them. Yeah. But there's a balance that you feel because on the big picture they're losing. so when you're worried about getting gas in the middle of the night, and there's some brothers listening to, the hip hop's coming from their car, and that you look at them and they go, "Oh God," and their guy's the president too.
I see.
True.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't win this game.
It's hard, right?
We've been going at it for a while.
Yeah.
It makes for some fine radio.
It's our election commentary.
Yeah, sure.
It's great though. It's a very honest reaction you're having.
You know what?
Good.
It's Whitey's reaction. I'm the voice of Whitey.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I've been laughing at Anthony, but there's a lot of people that agree with him. Because they call every day when we hit this subject. So
look, when you're white. And a black guy is like waiting on you or something, and he's being really nice.
Yeah,
the party's like, the day the tables turn, you're gonna cut my head off.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
My politics are really simple. I want to see a black president because I want to be alive to see what happens. That's all.
Right. Oh, you just want to see?
I just want to see.
You're just bored.
Yeah, I just wanted all right, we got a black president.
Totally.
Now I'm gonna take a look and see what that really means.
That's what I'm like.
Why not? Instead of another white guy.
No,
another old white guy. I want something different in there.
I'm totally a spectator.
I want to just check it out.
Every time there's a special report on the news, and it hasn't happened in a while, but every time TV is a special report, I'm like, they shot somebody. 9/11 again. Gonna get some popcorn.
You like tragedies too, right?
I love watching crazy stuff go down. Yeah.
And don't you wish
exciting?
I brought this up a couple weeks ago. Like when you see the wildfires out west, you want to see that just keep spreading and spreading. When they say 100 homes been destroyed, you're kind of disappointed that it's not 200 yet.
Totally.
But this is
and you want to see Ally McBeal or somebody or whatever her name is, Callisto Flockhart, coming out of her house on fire, like man on fire. Worse or better, but running on fire and screaming.
The worst or better, and we're not saying
totally
anything too crazy here. But here's the question I got for you: when do you really want it to stop? Like in my head, I like seeing wildfires, whatever, just keep expanding. When does it get to the point where you're like, okay, all right, no, stop. We gotta put this fire out. When it gets too close to your house.
That's easy. My house is exactly the line.
When you
my
see those
neighbors,
screw them.
You know what?
My yard, even.
Hurricane Katrina was a tragedy, but when that thing started spinning toward New Orleans, you were kind of going, this is going to get interesting if it hits New Orleans, and I kind of want to see what that means.
People like action movies, right?
Right.
And as long as it doesn't involve you, if you're watching it on the news, it's just an action movie.
Well, that's what it is.
You don't know the people.
Well, like the day before Katrina, when they were saying, it was so clear. I've never heard such an accurate weather report in my life.
Right on.
They said this is going to happen, and I remember they said everyone's just going to go to the Superdome or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I thought that's crazy. Those people are all going to die. I'm not doing nothing tomorrow but watching TV. It was like an ad for here. Good, that's on tomorrow.
Speaking of tragedies, Brittany.
I have this friend, he has a phone that can IM, he can instant message, and so now I really want him to die because I'm sick of getting these messages from him on his phone. I'm in a shoe store. That's the whole message. We're not secret agents. I don't need to know where you are. So I get this message from him. He says, I'm on an airplane in Seattle. So I wrote back and I said, well, I hope your plane crashes. And he gets pissed off and he calls me, take it back. We're about to take off. I'm like, I hope it crashes. I don't have to take it back. Hope it crashes twice. Hope it crashes and kills Happy and they go, let's try again, and they take off and crash again. I hope that happens. Sincerely, I hope it. And he tries to he goes, well, how are you going to feel now if my plane crashes after you went and said that? I'm like, are you sure? That would be amazing. To know that I can do that? I'd happily trade your life for knowledge of my powers. He's one of those guys who just makes you hate him because, you know when you have a friend that you hate, you can't break up with your friends, you know? He always starts conversations that I don't want to have. You know, he's like, hey, what would you do if you had a time machine? I'm like, you. I don't... You know what? I wouldn't use it. I just let it sit in my house. I'd put a drink on it, and yeah, I got a time machine. I never even wanted it. I don't know. I'm not interested. I'd use it to go back 30 minutes ago and punch you in the face before you ask me that. That's all. One use. So he goes, well, here's what I would do. Because, of course, that's the whole point of asking me, is to stare at me while I say mine and then say his. So he said if he had a time machine, he would kill Hitler. Like, he would go back and kill Hitler. I love that he thinks he can just kill Hitler just because he just goes back there and walk up and kill the dude. And I was thinking, that's a noble purpose for a time machine. I would do that, but I would have gone back then, but I wouldn't have killed Hitler. I would have raped him. That's what I thought. Because I think that would have been enough. I think that would have stopped him from doing all that shit. If he had been raped by me, he never would have pulled any of that stuff, man. Should we invade Poland? No, I'll just take a shower. I don't feel good. Low self-esteem, and you know. I'm not condoning rape, obviously. You should never rape anyone. Unless you have a reason, like you want to find somebody and they won't let you, in which case, what other option do you have? How else are you supposed to have an orgasm in their body if you don't rape them? I mean, what the fuck? Okay, that's fine.
I was born in 1967, and so I grew up in the 70s. So I'm not racist. However, that was a very racist decade. People said racist things all the time, and nobody got offended. The only time somebody got offended if you said something racist in the 70s is when they would then say, like, hey, you interrupted me. I was saying something racist. Why did you?
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Why? It says press.
So you press the thing because it says press? You would not have survived the camps.
What? It's...
Dude.
It says press.
Go ahead.
Why would they make it say press?
Press the arc button. Enjoy.
Nigger.
Whoa.
My kids are like Israel and Palestine. And I'm like America. The little one's like Palestine because she always gets screwed. She gets the worst deals. She's like, she threw a rock at my face. I'm like, you're fine. Here's a joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because there was a black guy walking behind him. We had a town child molester. His name was Jean-Baptiste. It's a true story. And he liked teenage boys. That's when you would find out, because I was a teenage boy. He didn't like me. I felt a little bad.
I have this friend, he has a phone that can IM, he can instant message, and so now I really want him to die, because I'm sick of getting these messages from him on his phone. I'm in a shoe store. That's the whole message. We're not secret agents. I don't need to know where you are.
You know, kids are mean, and it's because they're trying it out. They look at a kid and they go, you're fat. And then they see the kid's face scrunch up and they go, ooh, that doesn't feel good to make a person do that. Right. But they got to start with doing the mean thing. But when they write you're fat, then they just go, that was fun. I like that.
You're the only person we could find who would come here to defend masturbation.
Well, I like it. It's easy and it's fun and nobody gets hurt.
The Bible teaches us that lust in your heart is a sin when acted upon outside the context of marriage.
Well, I'm not married, so anything I do is outside of that context.
So I get this message from him. He says, I'm on an airplane in Seattle. So I wrote back and I said, well, I hope your plane crashes. And he gets pissed off and he calls me, take it back. We're about to take off. I'm like, I hope it crashes. I don't have to take it back.
Don't be a musician. That's a stupid thing to do for a living. But if it doesn't work out the way you wanted, you can look at these. You've got these guys here.
And he tries to make, he goes, well, how are you going to feel now if my plane crashes after you went and said that? I'm like, are you sure? That would be amazing. To know that I can do that? I'd happily trade your life for knowledge of my powers.
enjoy each other under his loving gaze.
When you mean that God watches married people have sex?
God watches over everything.
So we're like porn for God. He watches us, and then he probably masturbates.
Have you ever tried?
Tried not to masturbate?
Yes.
Well, sometimes I won't do it for like a week, but that's just so that when I do it again, it'll be way better.
I'm thinking of buying a goat. Because I want to have a trash can that I can make love to. I can do that with a trash can I have now, but a goat has a vagina. That makes it a lot better.
Hey, what would you do if you had a time machine? Like, I don't... You know what? I wouldn't use it. I just let it sit in my house. I'd put a drink on it. And yeah, I got a time machine. I never even wanted it. I don't know. Not interested. I'd use it to go back 30 minutes ago and punch you in the face before you asked me that. That's all. One use.
I'm a good citizen, I'm a good father, I recycle, and I masturbate. And I'm proud of it. And God's happy. And later I'm going to masturbate and I'm going to think about you. And there's nothing you can do about it.
So he said if he had a time machine, he would kill Hitler. Like, he would go back and kill Hitler. I love that he thinks he can just kill Hitler just because he just goes back there and walk up and kill the dude. And I was thinking, that's a noble purpose for a time machine. I would do that, but I would have gone back then, but I wouldn't have killed Hitler. I would have raped him. That's what I thought. Because I think that would have been enough. I think that would have stopped him from doing all that shit. If he had been raped by me, he never would have pulled any of that stuff, man.
I got to get the phone and write hi to like 50 people. And then, somebody cool writes back, and then somebody not as cool writes after, and I'm like, I'm not going to...
I'm not condoning rape, obviously. You should never rape anyone. Unless you have a reason, like you want to fuck somebody and they won't let you, in which case, what other option do you have? How else are you supposed to have an orgasm in their body if you don't rape them? I mean, what the fuck?
I had to flush my daughter's fish down the toilet. I came home, the fish wasn't home from school yet, so I just flushed the fish. And then my daughter comes home. Why did he die, Dad? Come on, what am I gonna say? Why did he die? Because who gives a shit? That's the reason. That's the actual reason. Is because it didn't matter that he was alive. That's why he's dead. He didn't know his name and he didn't love you back. These are the facts about that fish's life. Children who have nut allergies need to be protected. Of course. We have to segregate their food from nuts. Have their medication available at all times. And anybody who manufactures or serves food needs to be aware of allergies. Of course. But maybe if touching a nut kills you, you're supposed to die. I'm not saying don't get married. If you meet somebody, fall in love and get married, and then get divorced, because that's the best part. It's the best part. Marriage is just like a larva stage for true happiness. Which is divorce, because you just let go and everything's fine now. Divorce is forever. I took both my kids to the aquarium in Boston, and we were looking at this seal or sea lion. I don't know which one. I don't care. I don't think they need to be separate things. I really don't. They don't care, and we don't care. There's like 3 scientists who give a shit what we call all those things. Of course slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Of course it is. Every time it's happened. Black people in America, Jews in Egypt, every time a whole race of people has been enslaved, it's a terrible, horrible thing. Of course. But maybe every incredible human achievement in history was done with slaves. Every single thing where you go, how did they build those pyramids? They just threw human death and suffering at them until they were finished. Nobody's watching your kids' videos on Facebook, I promise you. I'll prove it to you. Next time you tape your kids dance, take 1 second of it, and then add 20 minutes of just your own asshole. Just go in the bathroom and just...
Thank you.
Hey, I have one quick story about Rome, by the way, because this guy mentioned the Carabinieri, the state police there.
Yeah.
I was in Rome once. I went to Russia and Rome by myself. Ooh. Just pathetically. Spoke to no people for 2 weeks.
made no connections with anybody.
But that sounds so exciting.
It was interesting. I saw some cool shit.
After a few days, were you going like, what the f am I doing?
Yeah, I'm in hotels. I could be in a hotel in Massachusetts.
In Phoenix or something.
Yeah. So I'm in a car that I rented in Rome, and I'm looking at beautiful countryside. These are postcards out my window. I don't give a shit. Yeah. And I'm driving down a highway in near Rome through the countryside, and I'm like, I'm going crazy. I haven't talked to anybody, and there's a roadblock of Carabinieri State Police, and they look like Nazis. They have high hats and boots up to their knees, and they have arrête or whatever stop signs. They have a roadblock. They're stopping traffic, and I just have this weird idea in my head. Nothing's happened to me, and I don't care what happens to me now. And I gunned it. And I went around them a little into opposite traffic.
What the
I
fuck
swear to God,
is
I
wrong
did this.
with you?
I floored it, went around a guy, and then I looked at my rearview mirror, and they're running on, like it's the Pink Panther or something, like shaking their fists. And I'm like, get in your cars, chase me, put me in jail. I'd actually happily be in an Italian jail, meet some Italian people.
He's insane.
Because I hadn't had the guts to say hello to anybody.
That is great.
So what happened? Nothing happened. They shook their little fists. They got small in my movies. Yeah, they got small in the mirror, and I went on, and nobody did anything.
Sounds like it's like a little bit of excitement. If you got caught, you'd have to interact with people.
I'd be at some sergeant's desk who'd be typing my name, and they'd call somebody at home.
Smoking cigarettes that weird European way.
Yeah.
With their thumb and forefinger.
When you see O.J.
backwards.
Simpson, there was nobody even charged. He didn't even get charged for taking the police on a high-speed chase.
No.
There's those things. And when you watch cops, when they get a guy, well, he did a little, he got a fine for the chase. Nobody cares.
Jesus.
What would have happened? I would have spent one night in jail and paid a fine and had a really interesting experience.
Yeah, interesting jail. You don't know what Italian jails are like.
Exactly.
Big unclipped cock going into your ass.
Hang me for dodging a... They find out I'm not a criminal. I'm just some asshole.
American comedian dies in hail of bullets.
Because he didn't pay attention to a stop sign.
It is. Yeah. That's what all pilots are like. And people in space are like the 0.00001% best of those people.
Right.
That's
crazy.
exactly what it was. That guy Sully, who landed the plane on the Hudson, steel nerves, he would have washed out. He would have never made it.
Never would have made it to space. He would have been fine. Meanwhile, in the plane, we're not going to make it. We're in the river.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to try the river.
We're going to try the river.
We're going to try the river.
That's literally what he said.
Right.
Well,
I like your boat. They showed the boat in the...
That's nice vessel.
That's my summer. That's where I spend my summer.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And where do you go with that?
I go up the Hudson River.
Oh, okay.
And then I go out the Long Island Sound.
Oh, right. Was that Hell's Gate they call that?
You can go out in the ocean, but the ocean's trickier. I'm going up my experience.
The river seems like...
good at.
Yeah.
The river's nothing.
But it seems like it's cool to explore and stuff, too. You know?
It is a bit. It gets a little mundane up there. And, but there's some great places that you can easily anchor and swim when you get up past the Tappan Zee. And there's a few towns that you can, pull up to a dock and get ice cream, and my kids love it. And then the Long Island Sound, though, I went to Martha's Vineyard last summer and back.
With the boat?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like the entire Sound, yeah.
Yeah, you go out.
How long does that take from where you're docked?
You can do it pretty fast, or you can go. I mean, I went out there in about 4 days with the kids, and you stop in a bunch of places. And, the boat's you can eat on it and cook on it. So I just last summer I lived on the boat for about a month.
Jesus Christ.
I slept on it every night for a month, up the river, out the Sound. I just stayed out of the city.
You just stayed on it for a month straight?
Yeah, 2 weeks with my kids, 2 weeks without my kids.
That's awesome.
Just by yourself?
Yeah, part of it by myself.
Did you see Redford's movie where he's on a little sailboat?
Yeah, I hated it.
Thank you. I did too.
It was a piece of shit.
What if, I kind of got, at the very beginning, with the shipping container and everything, I'm like, oh, okay, this is a little...
Yeah, but he dies.
Well, yeah.
You know that it's worthless.
Right. Yeah, because they kind of popped that at the beginning.
Because the movie starts with none of this worked. I tried everything, none of it worked. And then, so here's the first thing didn't work, which was bailing out and, fixing the hole.
Right.
He's also I was screaming at the screen the whole movie because he tries the radio for a minute.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
I would be on that, especially if it started getting a little something.
Yeah, and also, you don't just hail your... this is my ship's name. Nobody gives this
No one
shit
cares. Say, hey,
Mayday.
Right, you're right.
If you say... I'd be falling asleep with my hand on that switch saying
saying Mayday, Mayday,
So you
Mayday.
lost your voice.
Because if somebody hears Mayday slightly, they know what
There's a problem.
Yes, because these radios, the VHF radios, have a limited radius.
Uh-huh.
So if somebody hears Mayday, they know within 5 miles of me, somebody's in trouble.
Yeah.
And there'd be helicopters swarming.
Yes.
And also, like the ship comes, he's reading the directions on his flare.
On his flare.
And then he pops one, and the ship is still like 90 feet away, and he's like, yeah, I don't think they see me. I'm just going to go ahead and die. And then the one thing he does that is the stupidest, but like when he makes the fire in the little tub.
In the little tub
I go,
thing.
okay, he's doing this because he's going to float the tub out into the water.
Why wouldn't you put it in the water?
Why are you making a fire in your rubber raft, you stupid idiot?
That was him giving up.
If you're going to make a fire in your raft and set the whole thing into a ring of blaze,
Yeah.
there's a ship right there. Give it 10 minutes to see if the ship
Don't
comes.
just
Before you go,
sink beneath.
I'm going to go
He
into water
really
now.
did just give up.
Yeah.
Too many times. And well, the guy that made the movie, what was his name? I can't
Robert
remember his
Redford?
name. No. He was like, oh, well, the ending is left open to interpretation.
Oh, yeah.
Did he die or did he not
Was that
die?
the hand of the filmmaker's best friend?
Right.
I don't give a shit who it was.
Stupid Hollywood. Stupid Hollywood trying to give you a little
Give you a little
extra.
hope? Yeah.
That's dumb.
You say.
Suppose. I mean, I hope so. I really hope that character's.
Wasn't even being
I have
careful.
on my boat, like that guy's some kind of a billionaire. I have on my boat this plastic, looks like a Fisher Price thing.
Yeah.
Everybody that comes on my boat, I tell them, if we're sinking, grab this and press this one big red button.
And there's the
and
beacon
don't let
and-
go. If you press that button, people will come and find the button.
They
and
all
it doesn't.
come.
Yeah, and it's water sealed. It doesn't. It's an impervious to anything.
Yeah, why didn't he
device.
have that?
Costs about because he can't afford it. It's like a subscription of about $20 a year. Yeah, and the unit itself is about $118.
You got a sat phone?
Yeah.
What?
You got a sat phone?
I don't have one yet because I haven't been out in the open water like that. have only been in places where
you could get
I've lost like between Block Island and Martha's Vineyard is the longest expanse that I've done.
Yeah.
And you lose sight of land for a few minutes, like you're out in the open. And the ocean is hitting you broadside. It's hard.
Yeah.
But I've always gone out a little further than I'm comfortable with, a little at a time.
Yeah.
I go out and then I freak myself out a little and then I come back. But now I can get to Martha's Vineyard on my own, so I know how to do that.
That sounds awesome.
Reading charts, are you?
Yeah.
Reading charts.
Reading some charts.
I always keep that. I mean, I have a GPS.
Yeah.
And it has a chart system in it.
Mm-hmm.
But the boat was built in 2004, so the navigation equipment, 2004 technology. Now,
That's
crazy.
It's old, right?
So my iPad gets me everywhere I'm going. iPad has a thing called iNav X. It's just an app.
Yeah.
It has the entire American coastal water.
Isn't that amazing?
And I could jump on the boat with my iPad.
Yeah.
I keep two on board for redundancy. I keep one plastic wrapped in a place where a shipping container can't destroy keep everything right next to the gunwale, like right next to just and no waterproofing anything.
So if anything hits it, you know, it's sure to drench it with water.
Yeah. It's like keeping a coffee cup on your laptop. He's the biggest asshole.
Eventually it's going to tip over.
But yeah, my iPad can get me anywhere I want to go.
That's
and
awesome.
Isn't that amazing? Because it's not very long ago you needed that stupid star thing and charts.
Yes.
And you're
but
like,
I keep the paper charts and I use the Ritchie compass, which is a basic compass.
Yeah.
So I keep referring to those because I do think at some point if all this shit shut down on me, I can do it. I could get myself home from anywhere using the markers that are in the water and a compass and a chart.
Can't they get like a satellite thing of that so you'll never lose reception? Isn't like a satellite instead of satellite
but you
phone?
can lose power.
GPS,
There's all kinds of stuff that can happen. And also in some weather, GPS starts to fail.
Yeah.
So you always keep the paper charts and you keep, because it's not just about where you're going. Like there is a part of when you come out of New York Harbor, when you go out the Long Island Sound, after the Whitestone Bridge, No, the Throg's next. That's the last one.
Yeah.
Then you're in the Long Island Sound, and there's this huge expanse of water. You go out to City Island and out to the Sound. I didn't read the chart right the first time I did it, and I went flying through this big, and there's no other boats except for little fishing boats, and all the guys are looking at me, like kind of shaking their heads.
What is he doing
I've got
here?
this big boat with a 5-foot draft.
You don't belong there.
No, and then I look through it because you can't tell from the surface. Underwater, there's rocks that are like within an inch of the surface.
Holy shit.
There's just,
You should have put a 13-year-old blonde boy in the front and let him navigate for you, and then hit a rock, and you could have molested him when the Father Hepburn came with a sandwich.
Exactly. But I know I was just very lucky that I flew through there without destroying. I easily could have destroyed the boat.
Jesus.
It gets scary sometimes in a little bit of weather when the boat slams down. You get that bam,
yeah, it's
bam,
brutal.
bam, and it's like really loud, and you're thinking this thing's gonna break.
Yes,
it's gonna break.
No, I've had a few times on the boat where I've thought I'm gonna go home and I'm never doing this again. Wherever I dock this thing, I'm going to put a sign on it for sale, and I'm going to take the train home.
You got a little scared a couple of times?
Sure, very scared.
Yeah.
The first time I went to Block Island, I scared the shit out of myself.
Really? Was the weather nice, or was it just too big?
The waves were enormous for me.
Oh, right.
I thought they were like 4 or 5 foot waves. Was probably like 2 feet.
But it's rolling, a lot of rolling.
Well, and you're slapping up and down. You don't
Slamming,
feel like you're moving. And
right.
Block Island is like this little sliver of brown, and it looks so far away.
That.
But this is why sailors drink, because then you get there and you're in this calm. You go into the protected cove, and it's calm, and you throw an anchor, and you're okay now. And you just want relief. Like a whole bottle of whiskey.
A whole bottle of rum.
Bottle of whiskey.
Yo ho ho, and then were you dreading the ride back? Were you like, oh, I've got to leave this safety?
I'm getting ready to go. I realize I'm starting to breathe heavy.
A little anxiety.
Suck.
Yeah.
But I've done that so many times. Like, there's a place called Plum Gut where you go from Long Island Sound into the ocean, and those two bodies of water meet in this bizarre end of the world looking roiling.
Wow!
It's two different currents, and they meet like in a line.
And you got to cross over,
and you have to cross over that line. And there's a little thin, a narrow little channel with rocks on one side and all these hazards,
just danger.
And your propellers can't really find the footing because there's all this spinning.
Yeah.
So you just kind of have to hope through it. And the first time I did it, it scared the living shit. I mean, I was alone, just yelling loudly out loud in my boat. But now I know Plum Gut. I just know it.
Yeah. You become
nothing
accustomed.
Now it's easy for you.
Like Cape Horn.
Yeah.
For you, it's
you want to take a nice spin around there, Somalia?
Are we ready for the Val Kilmer song?
I love more Val Kilmer. This guy's
right?
terrific.
New one. Today's song is called "Hold On to Daddy."
Oh, him with the daddy.
I like that. I think that's nice. He's got
Shut up with his daddy.
Yeah.
When I'm gone, I say hold on to daddy.
Where did he sing this?
I know.
Larry Craig sitting there tapping his foot next door
in the shower.
Wow, got a studio on the back of a flatbed.
Jesus Christ.
He's horrid.
He's just not there, is he?
Hey, the recording studio's not good. Where would you like to work? Do you have a room with aluminum and tin all over the walls? That would be perfect.
'Cause you gonna cry.
He's tense.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
When I'm gone. When I'm gone.
I wish you were gone.
Yeah. When I'm gone. When I'm gone. You gonna cry.
I think she's
Cry when you sing.
He's very bluesy. This guy's got some soul, man. I like it. Yeah.
In the freedom.
Gotta have the soul of a Doc Martin put against his head.
You gonna feel cold, cold down to your bone. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. Daddy's gone.
That's right.
Daddy's gone.
Yeah.
Get it.
This
couldn't be real.
Was there coughing in this?
This has to be a goof.
whole thing. Sounds like someone's trying to take the guitar away from him. There's a fight going on.
Says you wanna be around. You wanna turn your back and watch the sun go down.
What? Turn your back and watch the sun go down?
How? My God.
West, please.
You're not saying anything.
Is he asleep on the mic?
Right, we get it.
All right, talk about Daddy again, would you?
I'm crying happy, happy Daddy coming home. Okay, another song down.
Yeah, just keep cranking them out there, you asshole.
What happened to the Iceman?
I used to like him, and now I hope his kids get a blood disease. They need a transfusion, and it gives them AIDS on top. Like an asshole.
You do not like him at all.
Yeah.
Bad music. Nothing more insulting than bad music. Nothing makes you mad.
The kid's got sickle cell.
It really does make you angry.
Yeah, it does.
I think he's
Music's
kidding.
done
Especially
badly.
a famous guy going,
He's
no,
not-
this is good. I'm putting this out there.
Yeah, he's not kidding.
Is he really serious, dude?
He was
He's
really
crazy.
into being
I've seen
Jim
him on-
Morrison back in the day.
I've seen him on interviews and stuff on late night talk shows and stuff, and he's like crazy.
Yeah.
He's a hard interview. Like the people.
The thing that people don't get is that actors are jocks. They're not.
Yes, they are.
They play interesting people, and you attribute that interestingness to them.
Yeah,
they're
but
not. They're
it's not
jocks. They're people
writer.
that have this weird rubber ability with their face and their voice, and they're not. They're just sieves, and you can get them to douche, but then you listen to him talk. This guy's a idiot.
And there's nothing there.
They're just dippy, stupid, flaky assholes.
But they can act like real cool people.
They can act
There's
like
nothing
really.
else
How is that?
to prevent
Yeah.
them from being someone else.
That's right.
Can't they? But can't you just act like that all the time? Just
Yeah,
act.
you think, well, because they actually, well, like watch Actor Studio when they're talking, like they let their hair down amongst each other, and you just want to drop a bomb on the entire building, and nothing bad would come of it.
I feel bad for his wife having to lie to him every day.
It's great, honey.
Great.
Well, she probably thinks it is great. If he's that much of an asshole that he's saying that, his wife's a stupid cunt. Just by deduction, I can just tell you by the transitive law that his wife is a retarded cunt with shears. Fucking married that faggot, you stupid cunt. Bad music. Makes you madder.
It does make you mad.
He's not completely. I had a gym membership downtown at a place called the Printing House Gym, and it was fun.
How'd that work out for you?
It's a nice, quiet gym, like nobody ever went there.
Should go to David Barton's.
So one day they said it's going to be equinox. That we're turning into an equinox in 2 months. And I said, what do I have to do if I don't, because I was moving.
Mm-hmm.
I said, do I have to do anything because I don't want to be an equinox? And they said, no, just don't sign up. You have to sign up. It's double the fees, all this stuff, but you have to sign up if you want to keep coming. You have to rejoin. So I said, and I left. And then a year later, I look at my credit card statement for the first time in a year, and I've been paying Equinox, who I never signed anything. I never been a member of Equinox. I've been paying Equinox a membership fee that was double my other gym fee for a year. And I talked to my accountant, and he goes, they do this all the time, and it'll cost, it's $1,000, the $1,200 they owed me. But go try to get it, it'll cost you more. And they know that, right?
Yes.
So then there's an Equinox near my new apartment. So I thought, you know what? I call Equinox and I go, listen, you stole a great person, I'll sue you. Or give me a year free at Equinox gyms. And then I'll keep going after that. And then you have me as a customer, you earned your $1,200. Otherwise, I'm going to take it out of your ass at my own cost. So they say, we'll give you 2 months free. I'm like, that's what you get to sign up for gym anyway. So I fought them, and finally I said, I relented. They said 3 months free, and I said, okay, I'll do it. So I sign up, and then I go to the gym that's near me, and they go, well, you can't go to this one. You can only go to the one downtown. What? So then I go, I remember saying to some young woman at the gym, I said, you need to know that I'm really controlling myself, but I want to be screaming right now. So go get me somebody that I can get mad at.
I was saying to her, I'm like, do you hear my voice shaking right now? I've been so with, and I'm so mad.
That seems like a psychopath, by the way. Yeah. That's
so
worse
she's like,
than the yelling
okay,
guy.
son, I will go get the manager. So the manager comes, and he goes, no, you can't go to any other Equinoxes. So I finally, somehow I get to a CEO of the company after like 2 months.
Yeah.
And I get a call from a woman saying, I'm customer relations. I get this message. You're going to be very happy with what I'm going to tell you. So I call her up, and she says, we'll give you 6 months free. And I said, I'm not doing it. And she says, well, then I'm authorized to give you back your $1,200. And I said, wait a minute. Here's your choices. Keep the $1,200. Let me go free for a year, and then I'll be a customer for like maybe 10 years. Or you're just going to give me back the $1,200? Like, do you see how you're losing? Does that make any sense to you? She goes, that's all I'm willing to do. You stupid.
Wow.
What gave me back the money? Just dumb.
That is dumb.
Dumb.
How do you not attack them on Twitter? I mean, that's over.
That's what I was threatening to, but I don't.
I love doing that.
I feel as weird. That's scary to me.
But you know what? You're voicing what a lot of people can't voice. That because everyone, if they're the guy on your level, this shit company doing this, they fit everybody, and they're used to no consequences. They're used to nobody being able to talk to 2 million people and go, these people suck. But man, when their phones start ringing, then they go, oh, there's a consequence for shitting people individually. It's a really
that's why I get angry. Like, I could fix my XM Sirius problem by talking to somebody here. They gave me one of these things today. I'm not even gonna use it. I got nothing to do with it. What free subscription I just ripped into pieces.
Because it's in an envelope, and you still have to do something.
I shouldn't have
this
that,
number,
but I shouldn't need that in order to get good service.
They should just say,
as a human being in America, I should have better service.
They should have just said, "What's your ID number?" and we'll take care of everything. Not give you an envelope with more instructions.
No.
Why can't you go to different Equinoxes? That's going to annoy me all day.
No, I'm not. I will have nothing to do with them anymore.
That's raging. What a dumb company.
Because they probably
Really
have
stupid.
something where you pay $20 extra a month, then you could go to more.
But I had already been stolen from, which they acknowledged because they gave the money back.
Right.
Which means they acknowledged that was ill-gotten goods.
What pricks?
But this is how.
And I was offering them a solution that, like, go ahead and you stole the money, but why not?
But that to me is a better way than I would ever handle it. Like, just to actually just to have the wherewithal to go, you know what? I will take 3 months. Let me just work out. Like, that's the most reasonable thing I can think of. You just wanted to go to different gyms, and these cocks, they won't bend. They won't bend.
Yeah. Well, you learn that kind of stuff because you have problems you have to resolve. And sometimes people, for one choice, you could get all your anger out and be stuck with the problem.
Yeah.
Or you calmly say to somebody, this is totally counter to what I'm renovating this house, and this guy did something completely wrong. So I tell him none of this is what I wanted. And I hear him get confrontational. It's what you asked for.
Hey.
I'm certain that's not what I asked for.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted. Well, I'm not, I don't do that. And I said, let's just tell me how it gets fixed. Forget who pays for it. Just tell me what you would do now as a solution to fix it. Well, I'd have to change this and that and this and that. Okay, what else? And then he tells me the whole thing, and I go, that sounds good. Let's talk later about who's going to pay for it. We don't have to talk about that now. Let's make that happen. You and me will have a talk about what should happen. And then he got off the phone. And he had a couple of days, and he called me and said, I'll share the cost of the replacement. You know what I mean?
Wow, look at
when
you.
You're in a confrontation with somebody, you tell them your side of it, and then don't try to fix it right then. You just say, let's go off, you and me, and think about
where were
it.
you
like
when I was
a
destroying
shrink.
every relationship I've ever been in? It's fucking amazing. But that's how you get things done. It's a great way of just handling a problem and not
So
getting
hard to
even
do.
I'm racist in one way, which is my dick is racist.
Are you?
That don't sound. See, you might be gay because that doesn't even sound right. Men are not racist against pussy. Like I fuck a Chinese bitch. She's wants to.
Yeah,
pull it
but
out.
that's the thing with me. I'm the opposite. I have black friends, Asian friends. I don't see differences in that way, but the way people are. But black women, I don't get
not
hard.
attracted.
Don't get hard
to black
women. Asian women from behind are the same women. They just have great asses and the long hair.
Really, the
and they turn
asses
around
like,
and my
like
dick
little
just
boys?
goes down. I cannot.
Louis is a sissy, and I just realized that just now. I cannot.
But
believe
every
that.
white woman in the world, but any black
Did you
women,
say
I just
Asian
don't.
women's asses are unbelievable. Let me
They're
just.
great.
I'm
Yeah.
just.
How is that possible?
I like around.
They're usually a little.
tight ass.
I've noticed they're usually a little.
Nice round.
like flat
like CD
and
cases. Damn, the #1 worst ass.
Well, it's all
You're thinking like the occasional. You're thinking like the occasional Lucy Liu ass or something like that.
Like that.
Like occasionally you'll get something.
Yeah.
What's the problem, Mars?
Oh, okay. Oh, it was on.
Mars basically is saying what everyone's thinking. Patrice doesn't need 2 microphones in front of him. Mars had to come in and turn one of them off. Thank you, Mars.
I'm the same way though. I'm racist as far as.
No, I just can't be attracted to I don't know why, but I've never seen
only
a black woman that gave me a
The only black woman I find attractive is like white-looking black women.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Like a white woman with a tan.
Ooh, ghetto black.
Oh, okay.
Ghetto black is where it's at.
Is it insecurity? Is it insecurity thinking that all black women like big giant dicks?
No, because I do have a kind of a big dick.
You're packing.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
I have a nice dick and a pretty big dick.
Really?
I've been told by enough women that I believe it now.
So
I've been told by that, but it's not
Wait,
true.
Louis,
Wait,
who was playing you that day on Lucky Louie then?
What?
Oh,
well, you know, I was flaccid and it was afraid of the camera. But when it's hard, it's nice.
But it grows into something.
I can't help it. It's not something I have
dick.
A nice
it's nothing I have any control over.
A nice shave. But I'm gonna be quite honest to you. I only like mixed something. I don't like a full-blooded nothing anymore.
Right. I know what you mean.
Full-blooded anybody.
Your girl doesn't look full black.
My girls have something.
Yeah.
I'm attracted to have something.
Exactly.
Have something.
Have something. A full Asian does nothing. Full white women. It's just I enjoy a
You need
mixture.
some conglomerated mongrel.
Yes, indeed.
I think it's what you grow up with, because all my fantasies were built when I was 10. I'm still going on those.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Age-wise, too.
Blonde cheerleaders and older Jewish women. Still the 2 things I like the most.
Who else is racist?
That's who I
You
got
said you're
boners for
racist
when I was
against
10.
I am,
No,
but
not
you
at
could
all.
figure that. Yeah, there's certain, like, I don't like, probably, like, Asian. I don't like really, unless they're mixed with something. They gotta be kind of, Amerasian. You know, something like that.
I've met black women. I've met black women that I've flirted with and that I've really gotten like a crush on. But then I think about my dick won't get hard, and I can't control that.
What kind of fancy? That's awful.
I know. I'm sorry.
As far as black chick goes, maybe Francine.
I'm talking pussy.
Yeah, maybe Francine.
Not dating.
I'm
not
talking about
loving,
pussy too. I'm talking about pussy too.
But she's crazy.
There's not.
I wish
you got
I
to
could.
cave her head in with a hammer when you're done.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of my dick.
You know, I've jerked off. You don't jerk off to black porn?
No.
What? I've never looked at black porn.
You're a piece of
Inadvertently,
shit.
I've looked at black porn and gone like, her father must be so upset.
Jesus. We're talking about a white girl with a black guy.
And what are
Two hands full of mouth and ass.
We're not talking about black dick. We're talking about black pussy.
Yeah, no, I am.
Yeah.
You're missing a lot.
Like,
no, when I'm like looking through
a chick like that, a black chick. I'm not into like dark black chicks.
Where's this fucking fan at right now? Fan.
I don't know. They figured we're doing all the heavy lifting today.
Hey, fan,
we need you. Come on.
When I'm looking at porn and I see
brown and round.
Brown and round ain't gonna. You're gonna show me. Well, be 2 girls, 1 cup.
Dude, we did brown and round last time, didn't we?
No,
we did fat.
We did sweetfatty.com.
Oh, yeah.
A whole nother story.
All right.
When I'm fatty. Today it's brown and round.
When I'm
Brown
surfing
and
porn,
round.
It's round and brown.
I agree.
All right, round and
right
round.
there, you
Damn.
wouldn't stick your foot in that.
What
that
the
fucking,
no?
Are you kidding me, man?
No.
So here's the thing. I mean, I have been jerked off by black hookers.
Oh God.
So I closed my eyes and thought about white
pretty.
people. It's like that movie American Beauty. Remember that movie?
Oh,
where they got first Kevin Spacey playing the man, and he's in love. He wants to fuck about cheerleader in high school,
right?
And the way they represent this in this gay movie,
it really
this bunch of come through a projector that this movie was. Is like this is a man when you fantasize. Apparently, according to this movie, when you fantasize about a cheerleader, you lay on your back and flower petals fall all over you.
Right.
Rose petals just fall all over your body. Yeah. That's what you think about. Exactly. Instead of just like her hot, sweaty ass and the confused look on her face as you come in her stupid eye.
And then bash her brains in with her own pom-poms right on your fist.
Hold her throat and tell her not to tell people.
And you throw her into a cab and she's crying.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Bleach your hair and move out of town.
Or you yell, Give me a C, give me a U, give me an N, give me a D, as you punch her in the belly.
No rose petals needed. Avoid her calls when she skips her period later.
She's holding a middle of light on her eye to put down the swelling.
When it's done, I want the sheets to look like there are rose petals on it.
Exactly. She's got a Heffenrepper to her shiner.
You make her wear a cheerleading outfit while you give her ass to mouth.
Exactly. God. No, it's Kevin Spacey with this sweet look on his face and his flower petals.
Yeah.
And also like cluck music, jazzy music with a
Yeah, that's how you fantasize.
with those wooden blocks.
And then the Marine at the end of the movie, the Marine, of course, the ex-Marine is really...
Yeah, he's the one who's really gay.
Yeah.
None of us are gay. It's actually that one hetero guy. He's the gay one.
Yeah.
No one else is gay.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey's not gay.
No.
He's straight as an arrow. He lifts weights, listens to Zeppelin, drives a Firebird, and thinks about rose petals.
Yeah, the rose petals really.
And then when he actually sees her tits, he almost vomits.
Yeah,
and puts a blanket around her.
Yeah.
Where the fan? There's no man there.
No, absolutely not. She should have been in a
finally sees
chokehold.
the 18-year-old tits and goes, oh, "What have I been doing all the time? I forgot I like men and their anuses. I forgot I like to suck cock. I don't like vaginas. They're disgusting." I hung out with him a few nights ago. I never met him.
Yeah.
And at the Comedy Store, I saw him. He went on after me at the Comedy Store. He's a million times funnier as a stand-up than he was when he was big. I never got him. I never thought that was funny. Yeah. The dice thing. But now he's just a guy talking, and it's funny. But anyway, I hung out afterwards and I talked to him. He's a nice guy. I liked him.
But then, who taught me that there's fatherhood after marriage?
Yes.
Is Andrew Dice Clay.
You're kidding.
Really?
Yes. Well, he actually is a very good dad, isn't he?
Right. Something.
That's right.
Dice is a friend of yours.
I had never met Dice. I went on stage at the Comedy Store in L.A., and he was on after me, and I hung out and watched him because I love watching Dice. Because at the Comedy Store in L.A., there'll be like 15 people in the audience, and he'll do 2 hours of just
crazy.
Brilliant, hateful stuff, just ripping the crowd into pieces. So he came up to me and said, "Hey, you very funny stuff, and that sounds like a lot of hard misery in your life. Is that real?"
Right.
And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "You should get divorced." And I was like, "No, I could never do that." And then we stood in the parking lot of the Comedy Store for 3 hours, and he told me about being a dad after divorce and how to protect your rights as a dad and how you can be there and you can do it.
Wow. Because people don't think of Andrew as a sensitive man.
That's right. No, he's a very sweet person.
So Dice is an important guy in your life because he is the one who led to your eventual happiness in getting a divorce. When you decided to tell your wife you wanted a divorce, did you bring Dice with you?
So that here's what it is, honey.
Looky here.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
And I want my rights with my kids.
And then I met a guy named Andrew Dice Clay, of all people. I'd never met Andrew.
Mr. Sensitivity, yes.
Yeah, exactly. And I met Andrew at a show, and we talked about marriage, and I said I didn't think my marriage was going well, but that I didn't want to get out because I wanted to be with the kids. And he told me, hey, I'm divorced, I got kids, and he told me that he had found that in divorced life, you stay in your kid's life. This is something I had to go out and learn.